To get started today, I'm gonna reintroduce myself. I'm sure all of you know me. I'm Pam LaRosa. I am the one-stop operator in the Northwest region, and I am tasked with continuous improvement of all of the services that we provide at the American Job Center. So part of that is this integrated resource team. We meet with partners so that we can discuss further any issues that Jobs First Employment Service participants or WIOA participants may have with barriers to employment. Certain of our participants have great difficulty getting past those barriers, and that's the reason we have this meeting. So with that being said, I'm going to take a seat and we're going to go around the room and introduce ourselves. So to start today, I'm going to ask Ciamara to present one or two of her cases.
For one or other reason, childcare, but now we find a new issue, marijuana. So this girl decided to take 2 weeks with her daughter in Christmas, and she told me that her employee was fine with that. And I say, are you sure this is fine? You know, you have to be careful. You just started with this job.
This is not the only participant that we have, whether it be WIOA or JFES, who might be using marijuana, and because we know that it's legal to use in this state. Have any of those present also encountered this?
I do have a participant actually, but this young man came into the office last week to drop off some documents to me. I collected his documents and then he said to me, well, it's legal. I don't want to argue with this kid, okay? Because I'm like, okay, well, yeah, it is, but you got to have a little bit of respect, you know? And besides that, I try to tell the participant that if you're going to be going to CDL school, they don't have to allow you to drive their trucks, and they do random drug tests. So you have to be very careful when when you do start school that you kind of like tailor down to this stuff here.
We would handle it the same way, but it almost seems like there needs to be education on it, because I feel like a young individual does not see smoking weed as the same thing as drinking alcohol.
So I there's a couple things at play here. I think kind of looking at it from just two different lenses, really kind of understanding what her understanding is of the market. What are the expectations, regardless of the marijuana stuff, her understanding the laws and what her understanding is of employment.
Not only are you eligible to get the resources available for the training, you're also eligible for all of those wraparound services such as daycare.
I mean, one of those barriers will be gone once her child becomes of the school age and she has to send her to public school.
Well,
I don't know how old the
school.
baby is, but
She's 5 and she's in the school, but what she needs is after school. You know, she her child go from 8:30 to 2:45. She refused to work after that time because she's the one that have to go to pick up her daughter. I want to do that.
okay. What town does she live in?
In Waterbury.
Okay.
Can she look into being a paraprofessional? Waterbury
School bus aide?
is hurting for paraprofessionals.
That's a good
She
idea.
would possibly be working the same hours as her child, and she would have to take the parapro test and pass it. But if she passed the CNA exam, I'm thinking, it might be something she could study for and do, and then work the hours her child works, to have snow days off, that kind of a thing.
That's a great idea.
And I guess it doesn't help her with her fare, but Girls Inc. has great after-school programs that, I mean, I know she would have to leave the child alone still, but at least she'd be with other kids, and maybe that's different than one-on-one babysitting. So Girls Inc. might be something to look into as well.
That's a great idea.
Okay, and see what just happened? That's the reason that we have these meetings. Okay. All right, so thanks, Ciamara. We're going to turn it over to WIOA.